It's Little Satan. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Staying beautiful. We did it, guys. We're here. Welcome to the beginning of the Cruel and Conflicted series. If you guys know or are friends or follow me on Facebook, you guys would know we have a few technical difficulties getting the YouTube channel up. Most of that was art related, which was entirely my bad because I didn't take the time to realize all the thumbnails, symbols, or icons I would need for that. And also now I realize there's an easier way to do that with a bunch of editing systems, but I went about that in a very hard and unique way because I wanted to deliver my style and show you guys what I'm presenting or hoping to go forward in the future as a rough aspect right now, as you guys can see, and we'll see into the future for all other thumbnails from here on. So, it's time to celebrate because we're here. We got the YouTube channel up. We're great. Let's do it, baby. You know what I'm saying? Let's begin. Alright. Now we got that riveting moment out of the way. I got a clarification I wanted to give about my name, so I got a close personal friend of mine to do it. As you guys know, I'm Little Satan, but I want you guys to give it up and listen up for Little Satan. Alright? You know what I'm saying? He's got a quick little message he wants to deliver to you guys real quick. Give him a second. He's a little shy on it.
Say with your chest, little demon. As you can see, it's pronounced Satan as in S-A-Y-T-I-N. Satan.
Alright, thanks for that, man. Appreciate that. But now we got that out of the way, let's start cold. Following. Alright, but before we kind of explain exactly what this project is, because I'm sure you guys are like well into wondering that, kind of want to give you an idea to where the inspiration and what inspired this to do it and the encouragement that kept it going all this time, because this has been a very long running project even though it's just coming out now. Or coming to eyes now, trying to get realized. So about the time I was 10, 13, I mean more or less all my life I lived in a really hostile situation. I mean that doesn't really matter, it's just that's the moment. And about 10, 13, I started needing a scapegoat, something to get my mind off it, so I made an imaginary world, and I used action figures as my channel goat to do that. A way to avatar that out to, get that out for me. And I discovered Robot Chicken, and that blew me away that somebody could just take your action figures and customize them and make them their own thing, their own original thing, and their own original stories, and then say whatever the fuck they wanted. That blew me away and inspired me. And then right at the same time, I also discovered Red vs. Blue. And that blew me away because I've been playing video games with my siblings, and we would always just like play multiplayer, play co-op, and like we would talk and make up our own stories, our own characters, had this own imaginary world going on, and see Red vs. Blue is like, oh man, we already do that. So it's like that encouraged me to want to not only use action figures still as my scapegoat as my imaginary world, but now to make I can make them. So I started making my own character, started making my own world. And then I started looking at how to do that. So then I discovered Jinsanum, and then I discovered him, and he customizes action figures. He's still around. He's very successful, very, very talented man. He customizes action figures, made them himself, and he was making different unique ones, and that blew me away. And I studied him for the longest of times and watched what he did and learned to customize my own action figures. And then I also discovered a small website through him by accident of Action Figure Theater. I'm not even sure if they're still around. And they would pose their action figures and take pictures of them and make it a comic book. And that was just like, whoa, well that's something I could literally do right now. I was trying to. Look, like I said, needed an scapegoat imaginary world. So I was trying to, I could do that myself. I can customize action figures. I could get a camera. I could take pictures like that. That's not hard. I could do that. So I wanted to do that. But then around 17 or so, I finally escaped that situation, and I kind of didn't see a reason to hold on to that. I didn't think I could do anything within the world, I didn't really have a taste for the outside life yet, so I didn't know if you could become successful with that, or do anything with that. So I was just like, I'm not gonna be able to do anything. I just used it for whatever to get, let it go, and I moved past it and tried to live a normal life. But then, I felt like there was a hole in me. Like I needed to deliver a story, and I would read and watch books and stories and be like, I could have done better, I could deliver this story, or I don't like the way these stories are told, whether that be flashbacks, whether that be, just the way writing is done, the shitty storytelling, characters always surviving or always being just these perfect heroes. I wanted a very darker aspect, very darker stories. I wanted to deliver out there a unique style that I don't really see is out there. And I was inspired by H.P. Lovecraft. I was inspired by Stephen King. I love the way, him and Marvel make these stories that connect to each other. Stephen King does a better job because it's like it's obscured books you can read all over and they all just connect to this big world. Shout out for Dark Tower. But with that, I wanted to make that. I wanted to make a universe that was so big that had different stories that could just connect. That no matter what, there was always a set title on those stories. And you would see that story, and you'd be like, that's part of that series, I want to read it, and God knows how it fucking connects to any of the other ones, and you're going to see these obscured ways it does, or in these obvious ways it does, and it's very universal. So with that said at the beginning, Cruel and Conflicted. That is the series name we're going to go with. It's always going to be Cruel and Conflicted. As for a reference, Lord of the Rings is Lord of the Rings and the Two Towers. It's like Cruel and Conflicted, different ones. As for instance, like Olympic Towers would be a name. But right now, over 4 years ago, we really started where we needed to do that story. We needed to make our own story. So we started writing, we started getting action figures again, tearing them apart, making our own original characters, making original weapons, uniforms, designs. And like I said, along with that, writing all kinds of snippets, writings. You can kind of see right here, as we have right here. This is my desk. The notebooks back there. That's 7 different notebooks for 7 different character universe Bibles. Over the 4 years, 2 years ago, we picked up hardcore work right after my daughter was born. Shout out to Melon Baby. Right after she was born, I started picking up hard work every single day, writing, creating figurines, working out designs, hardcore plot lines, just all the fine details to this. And like I said, it came up with 7 grand stories, 7 grand universes that all connect to each other, intertwine with each other, have characters that will actually go to each other but in a unique way. It's a unique style, and not chugging on my own coattails, but it's something that's very passionate to me, very, very unique in a lot of ways. And we've designed 80 to 100 plus characters for this, written out to what they're like, to different characters, to what they do. We've built many of them. I could say we've built 30 plus solid characters with their different weapons, items, and along with that, also writing the entire storylines out. Because the plan is, once these Bibles are shaped up a little more and are turned into actual script storyline books, and the figurines are finished built and painted, which is all done by me by hand. I'm building them, painting them, writing, and setting up the sets. Once that is all set aligned, we're going to take pictures of them in different sets we've also built and make those scenes, like I said, like action figure theater. And we're going to make a book series, comic book, anime, action figure series. And in my opinion, there's nothing out there like that, so it's pretty original. There's not a whole lot of content out there that's even trying to attempt like that. So, and that's why we come to YouTube for it. Because the YouTube channel will, from here on, follow the process of writing every day. It's like a blog channel, I guess. It will be showing off the creations we're making, characters descriptions. We'll have videos for exactly what we do, the tools we use, the items we do, and then we'll have reading for descriptions of characters. We'll have description readings for the universe series and explain to you guys. And as this project gets further and further and further along, eventually I'm going to have the book series, Cruel and Conflicted, revealed on here and read back to you guys. So it's like eventually this would just be a TV channel that you will see from the bottom, start from literally scratch, getting built, to eventually literally its own comic series being read on here back to you guys. That's the goals for now. That's the plan. And into the future, just as to let you guys know, there's a long thought out process to this. I want to bring in other artists, other people who want to create stories, other people who have the same passion I want to do. Anybody who just sees this and is like, hey, I want to be part of that. I want to I want to create. The 7 stories, the 7 universes, the 7 cool and conflicted are mine. That's my babies. With that, whoever comes along, I would like to help with that, build onto that, get that done. But, very, early McFarlane inspired, bring artists, whatever you create, you can take on your own. I want to bring in other artists to take a cool and conflicted of their own. So after my 7, there will be other artists who come in and they'll have their own title of cool and conflicted, and then it will come down to whatever they want their series, and whatever that book series is about, whatever that style is about, whatever that is, I'm gonna back, gonna help, gonna get it done. And that seems like nothing now because this is nothing now. You guys have no idea what this is, but that's the future goals. That's the long term. I would have gave anything for years for an artist or any creator to just do a video like this and be like, hey, I'm doing a project, it's long thought out, it's big, it's really unique, and I would love help for it. If no help, cool, I'm going to do it myself, but once it gets big, I want other artists to come along and build upon this. If you have anything, I'm going to do it. On YouTube, it's going to be the channel, so, but that's it, that's the cool and conflicted. I'm Little Satan. Really appreciate that, guys. That's the general aspect. We don't have a video schedule right now, but like I said, we're gonna shoot out for our next video. Should be on the tools we use or the equipment we use for exactly to do this, and hopefully we're shooting for a figurine video on the exact figurines we use, on different styles, on what exactly we build, more in detail of them. And then after that, I'm hoping to give you guys a possible script read of one of the universe's general layout, so you guys know what kind of style you're going for. But with that, I wanted to also give you guys a quick tour of the Cool and Conflicted studio. You know what I'm saying? Where this all goes down. Because as you can see, this is the writing area. This is a lot of inspiration. But let's give you guys a quick little tour of the entire studio. Alright, so there's mine. Over here, as we can see, this is where the finished baby products are. This is actually the finished. They're not painted. Don't judge them on the colors, but these are finished, so you guys can get a general aspect of the style I go for, the figurines we go for, what we're building for. A lot of mishmash colors. I'm very aware right now, like I said, they are not painted. Just sheep to the slaughter. That's the extra figurines. That's the extra ones we have. This is our table, our extra scrap table. This is a table where we actually began building. As you can see, we have a few projects laid out right here, a few pieces we need to get to, a few weapons. If you guys follow me on my Facebook or my Instagram, you guys would recognize those right there. There's a few projects we just finished this week. That's our bone skull mace. Head on fire with eyes out. It's got a tongue right there. General aspect of the styles right there. Like I said, here's our table. Weapon table back there. All of our paints, projects, extra pieces. As we can see right here, like I said, once again, another extra. This is more or less more important pieces. You guys will recognize that in another video. Don't worry about that. That's hints, Easter egg for a later on video. Oh, what's that? Is that another Easter egg? Maybe. Hold on. Alright. And we turn around, we're getting back to the writing. Here we go, guys. Alright. There we go. So, that's the studio, that's the general layout, that's the plan, that's the inspiration, that's where we come from, that's little Satan. But before we go, though, there's one last important thing. I really wanted to give a few little shout-outs and thank yous. First of all, I really wanted to give a thank you to anybody who's been viewing and watching and encouraging me on Facebook, and who's now watching and will encourage on here. I really do appreciate it, guys. It means a lot. It took a lot to do this, a lot to just open up and get this project out there. I really do appreciate it, guys. And like I said, I have a huge goal plan, so the encouragement and just the views alone on Facebook. I appreciate it, guys. I really do. I love you guys, and thank you for all friends and family that have been supportive. Next, really important is, shout out to my wife. Honestly, she's been with me last 4 years. Hardcore encouragement, helped me get through a lot of this. Encouraged me all the way, whether it's a little financial here, whether it's helping me just get stuff done, and the hardcore encouragement, especially with getting the YouTube up. It's been a little difficult, and she's helped with photos and stuff like that. Future shout out, hold on. But beyond appreciate you and love you, baby. Thank you. Shout out to that. Biggest shout out though I want to give is honestly to YouTube. Believe it or not, I'm a big fan of YouTube. That's actually my only TV channel. Like, I watch that, watch snig bit of Netflix, snig bit of Hulu, Rick and Morty, time to Rick. But wubble up dub dub. But the point is though, with that, I mainly watch YouTube. And it's just pure free content. You can learn anything on YouTube. That's just as a viewer. I could go on a rant about just as a viewer of how great YouTube is for the content. But then as someone who's now come to YouTube to do something, I watched for the longest time. I've seen 1,000 videos shitting on YouTube about fuck YouTube on this or that, fuck this on content, fuck this on regulations. And in my opinion, that's if you're hardcore trying to make a career off that. But I mean, all YouTube's piggybacking off something else, not really original content. It's not like you guys are really making something super yourself. You guys are literally reviewing or piggybacking off other shit and wanting to make a career off that, but yet shitting on YouTube. Yet I don't hear anybody thanking YouTube. I don't hear anybody saying thank you, YouTube, for being a free source that I can just like upload everything I want and become famous if I want, upload anything I want. I mean, I'm using this as a channel to get my project out there. There's no other way to do that. So it's like beyond thank you, YouTube. And then all the editing YouTube allows you, all the options YouTube allows you as a creator, they're just helping you make better videos no matter what. And yet no one's giving it thank you. And then it's just like when I see videos of reviews and people are just like getting items and they're reviewing those items and they're like, thank you, such and such TV company for sending me this TV. They didn't send that to you. They sent the offer to YouTube, and YouTube was like, who's our biggest YouTubers? Send those items to them so they can review it. And then you guys got those items. You guys are like, thank you, TV company, blah, blah, blah. They don't give a fuck about you guys. They don't know who you guys are. They're not watching you guys' videos. YouTube's gave that to you. You should be shouting out YouTube. Thank you for that option of giving you that item to review and to do. But, I'm just saying, like, that's a lot of options. So, shout out to YouTube for all the future options it gives you, the just encouragement to get you going. So, like I said, thank you for my viewers. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you to my wife. And honestly, thank you, YouTube. So, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Stay beautiful, honestly. Little Satan out.